Well, the chemistry that you see on screen is basically our chemistry as people. We clicked immediately. Like during our first audition together, we kind of knew that this would be our group.
Hi, Tisha. Hi, Cricket.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you both and to talk about this exciting series, Big Shot. First, I want to congratulate you both. And I want to start with you, Tisha. Did you have any experience on basketball from before? How was like basketball in your life?
No, I've always been interested in acting and anything art related. I went to an art school. There were no sports teams there. But my dad used to play a lot in the Philippines. So he helped me during this audition process. I was like, Dad, just show me the bare minimum of what I need to do and I'll figure it out. And it worked out.
I can see that you're a musician, so I can see all the instruments on the back.
Yeah.
Yes. And what about you, Cricket?
My dad also played, not in the Philippines, but he played in college, and I have cousins that play in college in the Big Ten. So I definitely have grown up watching it, and it probably is my favorite sport to definitely watch. I just know the most about it. So I'd only played a couple years myself, but then I kind of, like what Tisha said, I think many of us grabbed our dads and were like, let's go, we gotta go train. So my dad definitely helped me, yes, once I realized I would have to be playing basketball.
Yeah, I'm just like you. I think it's the easiest one to understand, and that's why I have I like to watch it. So
I like how much scoring there is. You know, you're always watching something happen. I love it.
Yeah, that's the best part of. Tisha, let's come back to you. Talking about your character, Mouse, she's cute. I like her. And what do you like the most about her and how much she's going to evolve throughout the series?
I love how she's young, but she's also very confident in who she is and she owns it. You see in the first few episodes that she's very comfortable in her sexuality and she's not afraid to be who she is. And throughout the season, you're just going to see her evolve more into herself and who she is in society and as a teammate. So I think it's just a very empowering role for girls to watch.
Yeah. And Cricket, Samantha, I think she's very honest, and she has that because sometimes she has something in her mind that she doesn't wanna, that she wants to say, and she says, but what do you like the most about her?
What I like the most about her, I think that yes, she is definitely very outspoken. I think Samantha definitely has like strong opinions. I think my favorite part about her is probably just how much she's a team player and she loves cheering her teammates on, seeing the best for her friends. And I would say she's an optimist. Some of the scenes she's not always an optimist, but I think for the most part she's pretty optimistic, which I always think is a good trait to have. So that's always fun to see.
Yeah, and high school, I think it's really nice. My high school before was just for girls, but when I was in there, they have like boys, they mix it up with boys, but not a lot. Like the percentage was like in a class was like 80% girls and 20% boys. So I can relate a little bit. I used to wear uniforms as well. How was that experience? Yeah, what was that experience for you? We can start with you, Cricket.
It was super fun. I think I always had kind of thought it was super cool. I never got to wear uniforms to the schools I went to. So I think I definitely always thought it was cool and seemed super fun. And of course, once you get Disney involved, you've got fun colors and cute little uniforms. So I think that that's been a really fun aspect. And the all-girls school is a really fun aspect. Again, I've never gone to an all-girls school. So it was just something totally new and totally different. But I watched a couple shows that I felt like kind of incorporated those things, and I loved the vibe, and it's fun. Yes.
Yeah. Tisha, like you all girls, like you can see that you have a really good dynamic on screen. What was like on set? There's anything fun that you can share with us?
Well, the chemistry that you see on screen is basically our chemistry as people. We clicked immediately. Like during our first audition together, we kind of knew that this would be our group. But Tiana is definitely, I guess, the class clown of our group. She makes everybody laugh. And her and John, we can't stop laughing when they're together.
I can only imagine how fun it'll be. And now let's talk about working like with John and Jesselyn. How was like work with them? How much did you guys learn with them? Because they are very experienced actors. So how much did you learn? You can start with you, Cricket.
I think we learned a lot. I basically feel like you could just look at John, Jesselyn, or any of our adults. We've got Richard and Yvette. You can just look at them and learn. You just have to watch for 1 second and you're like, okay. So I think it's just being around it is one of the best ways to learn. So I think we're really all feel pretty lucky to be able to be around it. But I just feel like it's nonstop learning. And then, they have their moments where they're like, okay, see how they're doing that with that camera. So we want to do this, so whatever. So they'll like help us out. But sometimes it's when they're not even trying to teach us anything. I'm just like, oh, I'm going to take note because they just did this. So I think we definitely have learned. I've learned a lot. I'll speak for myself. Yeah.
What about you, Tisha?
I just want to add on to what Cricket said. They basically took us all under their wings. And when they're not even teaching us, they're acting together and we can't stop looking at them because they're just so good at what they do. And they've been doing this for such a long time. And when they're not teaching us or when we're not learning from them, they're just total goofballs, and it's so much fun on set.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine. And like what else like we can expect without spoiling, right? So, but what else we can expect of the remaining episodes is gonna still premiere at DisneyPlus?
I think one thing you can expect is to just dig deeper on every character. I know some people are like, we don't know that much about this character. It's like, there's still many episodes to come. We will dig in for everyone. Everyone's got their storylines, their lessons they're gonna learn. So I think just getting to know everyone better and seeing the relationships you already know and love evolve even more. I just love watching all the relationships between everyone grow, and it's fun.
And the characters themselves, they grow as people, like every single one of them. And every episode makes like every single character evolve even more, which is so amazing. And I credit that to the writers because they're so smart at what they do.
Yeah. Is there like any scenes or any parts that was most challenge for you?
I think any of the basketball scenes where we're playing basketball for like 12-hour days, 3 days in a row, whatever it might be. I think sometimes that's challenging, in one way where you're like more just like physically exhausted from running for so long or karaokeing for 8 hours straight. But I think that emotionally, I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't have to do anything crazy emotional, but I think sometimes watching and being a reactor to one of the emotional scenes, like in episode 4, there's kind of an emotional scene for Olive, Monique Green. And I just remember feeling, first off, just so moved. She's such an amazing actress, but I was like, this is like almost hard to even respond to because you're just watching your friend be so whatever. So I think that just like any time that you're in a scene with someone who's emotional, it's honestly, it's hard to be the emotional person, definitely harder to be the actual emotional person, but it's definitely a challenge to feel their pain. And just, I love getting to connect with my character and being like, okay, Samantha's devastated because this is happening for Olive, and Samantha's Olive's best friend, and like, just digging deeper. So I think that that's one of the scenes that was harder for me.
And for you, Tisha?
I would have to say the basketball days were very challenging for all of us. But yeah, Mouse is she likes to play by the rules in how like she wants to do everything right, and if there's like a disconnect between me and Mouse in the way we think when someone's devastated, I just want to like empathize with them and be on their side and comfort them, but Mouse is like, okay, you were wrong because of this. And it was just hard for me to get in that mindset at first.
And for us to wrap it up, I just want to ask you if you guys have any advice to give to all the young kids out there. You're still young, of course, but the youngest ones out there that want to pursue a career, not just in acting, any career. Do you have an advice to give to them? You can start with you, Cricket.
Yeah, I would say just anything you love, just do it with all your heart. You have to commit. Acting is definitely one of my passions. I've been doing it since I was 8 years old. That's about 12 or 13 years now. So I think just committing, knowing that you're going to have to put in hard work. Not everyone's going to see all the work you're putting in, but you have to do it because you love it. And if you put in the work, you have to have faith in something that it will all pay off in the end, and just, do everything with all your heart.
And you, Tisha?
I would have to say, if you really want something to happen, and if you really want to pursue this specific career, just keep going no matter how many times you get rejected. Because I auditioned for 3 years. I got like very small parts and roles in movies, but it took 3 years to finally land my dream job. And it was hard at first because I faced so much rejection, but that one yes just made everything for me. So just keep going with what you want to do.
That's amazing. I just want to thank you girls so much, Cricket, Tisha, for your time. A lot of success. And I hope the series is amazing. I love it. And I hope everybody's loving as well. I think it's so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And keep going, girls. Keep going. You're the future.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.